Hi friends, welcome to the CFCE of the North Shore, which is funded by the Department of Early Education and Care. Make sure to check out our Facebook page to see what types of events and activities we have planned, as well as visiting us at the North Shore Mall at the lower level of the Nordstrom Wing from Monday through Friday. We're there every day from 10 to 1. 10 to 11 are the registered groups. 11 to 1 is come and play. You don't have to register. You can just show up, see what we have going on, and have fun with us. Also, check out our website, CFCE of the North Shore. We have other locations and other activities and other schedules you can check out to see if any of those interest you. Let's get started with open, shut them. Ready? Open, shut them, give a little clap. Open, shut them, lay them on your lap. Wave them, wave them, wave them, wave them to your friends. Wave them, wave them, wave them, wave them to your friends. Well, great job, everyone. Thank you for waving to me. So today I thought we'd do a story, and it's called It Looked Like Spilt Milk, and it's written by Charles J. Shaw. And I know, like, sometimes if you spill milk you get upset, but this is kind of like making you look at it a different way. Like, if you spill milk, so just you wipe it up. We all have accidents, they happen, it's part of life, right? So it's not a big deal. So it looked like spilt milk. Sometimes it looked like spilt milk, but it wasn't spilt milk. Sometimes it looked like a rabbit, but it wasn't a rabbit. Sometimes it looked like a bird, but it wasn't a bird. Sometimes it looked like a tree, but it wasn't a tree. Sometimes it looked like a flower, but it wasn't a flower. Sometimes it looked like a pig, but it wasn't a pig. Sometimes it looked like a birthday cake, but it wasn't a birthday cake. Sometimes it looked like a sheep, but it wasn't a sheep. Sometimes it looked like a great horned owl, but it wasn't a great horned owl. Sometimes it looked like a mitten, but it wasn't a mitten. Sometimes it looked like a squirrel, but it wasn't a squirrel. Sometimes it looked like an angel, but it wasn't an angel. Sometimes it looked like spilt milk, but it wasn't spilt milk. It was just a cloud in the sky. So sometimes if you go outside and you lay on the grass and you look up at the clouds, sometimes they look like different shapes, like in that story. So try that sometime. Just go outside, lay down on the grass, look up at the sky and look at the clouds and see what type of shapes you think they look like, because sometimes they do look like different shapes. So today I thought I would try doing this little odd activity. So I'm going to use a blue piece of paper, but you can use any kind of color paper you want. Remember, improvise, use what you have. So I have my blue piece of paper and I'm going to use white paint. Now remember, you don't have to use blue paper, you don't have to use white paint. You can use whatever you have. So I'm going to take my blue piece of paper and I'm going to fold it in half like this. So you kind of like match up the ends of the paper, and then you just press down like this. Okay, so no matter what color paper you have, just fold it in half. Okay, and then I'm going to open it back up. I'm going to put it on my clipboard so you can see what I'm doing. So we're trying to make like in the story, like a shape, and try to think like what it might look like. So for this, remember I said I was going to use white paint. So I'm going to take a spoonful of white paint like this. Okay. And I'm just going to dab it in the middle of my paper like that. So now it just looks like a blob of white paint, doesn't it? But so now we're going to try to make it look like something and see if we think like, wow, I wonder what that looks like. Now you can do this with any color paint, like I said. So then you fold your paper over and then you just rub like this. So what happens is because the paper's folded and you're rubbing, the paint is going to be on both sides of the paper when you open it up. So you just want to rub it different ways because we want to try to see what kind of a shape we think this might turn into. Okay, I'm going to really rub it. Okay, now are you ready? I'm going to open it up and we'll see what we think it might look like. Ready? Ooh, it almost looks like snowflakes to me, or leaves. Can you see that? Like the shape of leaves on a tree? Or it almost could even be like, I see like two little squirrels where this would be the face. Wow. So it can look like all different things like in the story. You just have to really look and use your imagination. So I wonder what yours look like. Okay, so I'm going to put that down. And then, since we were talking about milk, spilt milk, I thought maybe we could do an experiment with milk. So an experiment is you try something out and you see what happens. So for this experiment, you need like a dish and you need milk. And it has to be whole milk. It can't be fat-free or 1% or 2%. It has to be whole milk. And then you need dish soap, blue dish soap like that you use like to wash your dishes. And then you need food coloring. And Q-tips or a cotton ball you could use. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pour the milk into the bowl and then I'm going to turn my screen so you can see it. So you only need to like fill the bottom of the bowl with the milk. Okay, so I'm just going to fill the bottom of the bowl with milk and I'm going to turn my screen now so you can see. Okay, so there's the milk in the bowl. And now what I have to do is put a couple of dots of food coloring in. So I have blue and yellow. I'll put a couple more. You kind of have to do this a little quickly. I might be going too slow. But so then you take your Q-tip and you dip it in the blue and see how it makes it all spread out, kind of like fireworks. So you keep dipping the blue soap into the colors. And since this is an experiment, I'm going to try a few more. I'm going to add a few more colors and see if we can make some more fireworks. Okay. So you add the blue soap and it makes the colors spread out like fireworks. There you go. Now try this at home, and I've watched a few videos on this. Like you can search this out, and sometimes some of the people's milk and the colors like really spread out like fireworks. So you can also search that out, like milk food coloring experiment. And then I thought we could do one more song since it's nice weather and it's springtime, and it's kind of a silly song, and it's called Five Little Ducks, and you need to use your hand like this, and it goes, 5 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. The mother duck said, quack, quack, quack. 4 little ducks came running back. 4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. The mother duck said, quack, quack, quack. 3 little ducks came running back. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. The mother duck said, Quack, quack, quack. 2 little ducks came running back. 2 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. The mother duck said, quack, quack, quack. 1 little duck came running back. 1 little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. The mother duck said, quack, quack, quack. No little ducks came running back. No little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. The father duck said, quack, quack, quack. 5 little ducks came running back. Isn't that silly? Well, have a great day. I hope that experiment works for you. I will see you next time, friends.